Hello guys, nice to see you today at our new lesson. Today we will make the first part of refactoring in our test automation framework. Here is our agenda for today. We will discuss what refactoring is, understand the main steps that should be present in refactoring. Before starting refactoring, let's first understand what it is and how it should be done. We can identify refactoring as the process of controlled improvement of our code. It doesn't matter if the code is created by developers or automated testers. Its main feature is that no additional functionality should be added. The major result we aim when starting refactoring is to receive a clean code and as simple framework design as that possible. The following term we should consider is a dirty code. It is such type of code that makes it hard to understand, support and read for other people who involved in its maintenance and development process. Usually, it is connected with laziness and low competency of developers or automation testers. Nevertheless, such a code also appears when changes are done very frequently in the current product or tests. In its turn, it doesn't give you enough time for engineers to thoroughly plan and support good code structure. The opposite definition to dirty code is clean code. When we talk about clean code, we say that this code is easy to maintain, read and understand by any developer or tester who knows the basic principles of programming. This kind of code helps to increase the quality of the final product we develop. If we consider clean code in automated tests, it is also important to understand that their quality significantly contributes to the final quality of our product. So, the better our test code is, the higher quality of product is delivered to our customer and end user. There are a few main steps that we should follow when we want to start some refactoring of our code. It doesn't matter if we want to refactor the code of our application or the code of our automated tests. These principles are the following. First, refactoring should look like a number of small changes. If the changes are small, it is not hard to understand what is breaking the existing functionality. As a result, these small changes are easier to revert and fix before the changes appears in the main branch of our code. Second, each refactoring part should be present one single change. For example, when we say that we create a base test class, we should just create a base test class. Then, we should update only the places where the functionality moved to the base test class appears. No more changes are allowed to be done. Third, the refactoring of course should not change your code. So if you just create the class with the same name and remove the old one, it cannot be considered as a proper chunk of refactoring. Nevertheless, when we improve our code, we can consider renaming as refactoring, if it helps to understand what is going on in our tests better. Fourth, we should not add any new features to our code. When you refactor and want to add something new, you are on the wrong way. Just imagine that your improvement breaks something in the main logic that code does. It will be much harder to understand what is broken if new pieces of code appear. Fifth, our tests should not be broken. This point is a bit obvious, but we have to remember it especially when talking about automated tests. For example, if you just run your 100 tests and all of them passed, but when you did your refactoring a few of them started failing, do not set your code to the main repository. Spend your time to see what happened and save the quality gate of your application. Finally, your code should become better after refactoring. If you look at your code after refactoring and it looks worse than before it is a sign that something wrong is done. Just keep it in mind that after refactoring, your code should become more understandable and readable. So, if you don't achieve so, the refactoring doesn't worth it. Let's sum up what we did today. Today we learned the following. We observed what the refactoring is. Found out what are the main terms used in refactoring. Thank you for your attention. See you in the next lesson.